Hey y'all, I'll talk to you for a minute about raccoon eviction. A lot of good ideas get thrown around on here. I've been doing a thing that I wanted to throw at you. As you know, there's eviction fluid and eviction paste. Each has its place, and I utilize both equally. When I'm trying to evict a mama raccoon, get her to move her babies. Everybody knows, or most people know, about using tennis balls, Nerf darts, things along those lines. Right now here in Iowa, I consider stages of raccoon babies to be nest bound, crawlers, runners, and followers. Right now, we're in the nest bound stage. All the baby raccoons I'm handling right now, their eyes are still closed and they're nest bound. And they're about to get their eyes open. And then they'll shift over to the crawler stage, which means they're a little bit harder just to go up there and scoop up. Occasionally, you can go into an attic and scoop up a litter of baby raccoons that are nest bound. If you're prepared for it, never enter an attic empty-handed, because by the time you go down, if you see an opportunity once you enter that attic, and by the time you get back down to your truck, get something to put them in, and get back up there, you may see 3 or 4 nest-bound baby raccoons in the insulation or in the nest, and by the time you get back up there might only be 2 or 3. And she was hiding over in the corner, and she came and grabbed one. And as long as she has one in that attic, she's probably not going to leave. If you can get all of them, she will. I've never seen them not leave. I'll put it that way. That's what's keeping them there. Anyway, back to my method I use. Basically, a lot of people do the tennis balls, things along those lines. I like old socks. And what I'm going to do with old socks, and there's times when I use tennis balls. If I've got room to throw, or if I can get above her and the babies, if they're down on a wall or something, and I can squirt eviction fluid right on them, a high percentage of the time she's going to leave. In fact, she'll make a really odd, sometimes trilling sound. I can, maybe I'm the only one that, maybe I'm crazy, but I've noticed that consistently. And when she makes that trilling sound when I dump eviction fluid on her, she's gone. She's going to leave, babies and all, that night. That's just been my experience. Now you watch. Now that I've said that out loud, I'll have all kinds of trouble tomorrow with one. So get you some socks, throw them in your truck, stop at a yard sale, buy a big old bunch of them for next to nothing. What you're going to do with these socks, especially in places where, let's say a house has been added on to several times. Or let's say a house has a attic that's been completely finished. And the only void those raccoons have is the air chamber from attic vent to attic vent at the top, whether it's triangular or rectangular, irrelevant. There's not enough room for you to get in there, not enough room for you to work in there, but mama's in there with the babies. Or maybe they're down on a wall. They're in a place that's tight, and you need to, you can't throw a tennis ball, you can't do all the things, you can't shoot a dart worth a darn, all that kind of stuff. I had a couple years ago a mama in a boat, and there was a channel in this really, really nice fiberglass boat where all the cables and stuff go for the shifter and and all the electrical wiring. There was just enough room for her to get all the way up in there, and short of cutting a hole in the fiberglass boat, there was no getting her out of there. But if you've got a sock or socks, if you say have a finished attic and you've just got that air channel across that's tight. You might want to use more than one sock. You can put eviction paste in this sock. Plus, you can smear it on the sock. You can put eviction paste in the sock, and you can squirt eviction fluid on the sock. What you're going to do is you're going to get you some chimney rods. Just going to carry them on your truck. You probably already got them, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to stick that on the end of that sock. If you're going into a narrow spot, you're going to start pushing that in. As long as you go forward and not backwards, you make forward advancement, forward motion. The minute you pull it backwards, you leave the sock behind, okay? Plus the eviction fluid, plus the eviction paste. So let's say I've got a mama raccoon in a void that's just, the length of, say, the peak, the length of the roof of the house. And I know that's, say, let's make up a figure, 20 feet, okay? 30 feet, whatever. I carry quite a bit of chimney rod with me. You might come at her from both sides, actually, because personally I like to get behind her and push her out. I consider raccoon eviction to be a pushing process. I'm going to push her, and I don't mind if I have raccoon eviction fluid or paste, doesn't matter, on the entryway, but I also don't mind if I don't. Where I want it is I need her to be surrounded. I need her to be if I can't get it on her, I just need her to be completely surrounded, defeated, got to get out of here. That's what I need. So let's say I'm putting socks in. I could come from both directions, or I can push it past her and I'll get some on her. I don't care. I can put as many rods on as I want and run a sock on the other side of her, run a couple socks on the other side of her, and as long as I don't back up, that sock's going to go where I want it to, okay? When I back up, when I think I'm where I need to be, I back up, pull my chimney rods out, put another sock on, and just start putting landmines across that she can't escape. For example, the boat, it was such tight quarters, one sock covered that, right? But I'd have never gotten... What I'd have tried to have done was smear eviction paste on the entry to the hole so that she would get it on her, and that does not have near the effectiveness that this does. Put this in your bag of tricks, and you will be impressed. This will... When you reach for it and grab it, you'll really appreciate it. You won't use it every day, but you'll really appreciate it. Just get some socks, stop at a yard sale, buy them dirt cheap, get a whole stack of them, and during raccoon baby season, at least till you start getting, runners or followers, that's when the eviction becomes less effective, especially followers. Once they start following mama on her travels, then that all starts to fade out. But we do use a pretty effective tool here up to that point. Try the sock. You won't regret it. It will become one of your favorite tricks. Thanks for putting up with me. I do have a test eviction paste. This isn't it. That I've got a few friends using right now that's very, very, very sticky and very, very, very pronounced. And I don't know if I'm ever going to put it on the market or not, but it's working. It pushes coons. I wanted the stickiness more so than anything that's on the market. I want it to stick to her fur. A friend of mine who's very knowledgeable had told me to try Vaseline and smear it on the entry to the hole, and she'll get it on her fur and can't escape it. The Vaseline doesn't marry well the water-based eviction fluid or eviction paste and the Vaseline just do not marry well at all. I've never been able to get that to work. So I'm fooled with a thing that seems to be a winner chicken dinner that's exceedingly sticky, and the product I'm using makes it very loud. Actually, my big concern, the friends of mine that are testing it, that I have is that the customer might be able to smell it in a wall and stuff. I told the guys that are trying it, I'm not sure. Might want to tie a string or something to this thing so we can pull it out when we're, when you're using it, when you're done. And you can do that with these socks too, by the way. You might have one that you can't retrieve occasionally, but you can, if you like to retrieve that stuff, you can certainly do anything you want with them. Hey, anyway, I kind of wandered off into the weeds. Sorry about that, guys and gals. You try the socks with the chimney rods, you won't regret it. Have a good one, and everybody stay safe, okay? Be careful.